Hi guys, welcome to day 2 of our Leap to Lead with Team Wicks Away. I am your Superstar Director, Christine, and I live in Halifax, Nova Scotia, for those of you that might be just catching this on YouTube. I am so excited that we are off on a great start with this program, and I know there was a little bit of confusion yesterday with how I did things, so hopefully today won't have the same problem. It shouldn't, because today we're talking about our why. Why are we doing this? Why did we join Scentsy? But why do we do Scentsy, or why do we want to be a part of this program that's going to help us leap to lead and those greater promotions and bigger paychecks? Because lots of people have lots of reasons to sell Scentsy, as you all know, and sometimes your why can change too. So it's important that we are always thinking about what our why is, so that we don't miss it when it changes, or we don't miss the fact that we're starting to slip and not be as excited about it anymore. And so it's just an important thing to always be paying attention to and checking into. So one of the things that I loved about this day 2 with Laura in her video was she talked about, so I want to give her credit, the 3 main reasons that people always join Scentsy, and they all started with the letter F, which was super cool. So she said it comes out of one of these 3 things pretty much all the time, if not all the time. And that is fun, friends, or funds. Money, funds. And the goal today is to help you dig deep to find what yours is. And it may be all of those things to varying degrees. But if you're here, a part of this program, it's because funds is a big part of that of your goal, of your why, and that's a good thing. It was funny because this is the video I'm working on today, because I was on a call for all the Superstar Directors in Canada with our Canada manager Tracy, today talking about different things, and one of the girls was talking about, well, all of us were talking about how money isn't talked about very much, and a lot of that is because of the income disclosure statement that we have to share, because results aren't typical like you'll see on those commercials, but because money's just become a taboo subject in our society. So it's even worse in Scentsy and direct sales. And it's definitely not a big part of our culture in Scentsy to be pushing the money side of it. But today's conversation was really good for even me to hear, because it was that discussion about the fact that more times than we think, the driving factor is money for people. And even if you have other things that drive you, like the fun and the friends, money is still connected to that. And so that's what I want to talk to you guys a little bit about today in the training. And that's that, one of the examples that Laura gave was that some of the funnest, if that's even a word, things about Scentsy have a cost associated with them. Like going to SFR, our Scentsy Family Reunion. It is so much fun. It is one of those things that many of us, as soon as we go once, we say we're never missing another one. And if we have to miss a year, we're like, I'm definitely not missing anymore. And so it's important to us to put aside some of our Scentsy funds to make sure that we are always at SFR every year. So that is it. We are there for the training. We are there for the inspiration of our business, for sure. But I think most of us would say that the reason we push hard to be there is for the fun. There's always a concert or an activity. Last year it was a ball game. This year we get a day at Disney with extra magic hours before anybody else is allowed in the park in the mornings on one of the days. But it's the fun with each other as a team. Lots of times we're staying 4 to a room. We have so many stories and so many pictures of all the fun we have when we go to Scentsy Family Reunion, but there's a cost associated with that. It's a write-off expense for sure, and we talk about that. or we will talk about that in a later training, but it has a cost. One of the other things was, and this was actually one of my big reasons to join Scentsy in the beginning, was to have that freedom away from being just a stay-at-home mom. And Laura made a really good point in her video that, again, there's a cost associated with that somewhat. Yeah, you can meet your friends at the free playground or the beach, but how much cooler is your free time if it's a girls' getaway weekend or going to the movie or going out for dinner? So that's what I'm saying this to challenge you to think, even if you think you didn't join Scentsy for the money you can make from it, you will enjoy the money that you make from it if you do the things in this program to grow your paycheck. And you will enjoy, or that maybe the things that you want, you don't think that there's a financial factor to that, but there usually is. Now, most new consultants that we talk to, which are you guys, essential and certified consultants, their reasons are great reasons, but they're smaller, like paying for dance lessons for my kid or art, or being able to just contribute a little bit, whatever that means, but nothing concrete and specific. And then sometimes it's concrete, like we needed a new car and we were budgeted to the max, and so I needed my Scentsy pay to help us get a new car or afford those car expenses, like the inspection every 2 years, which mine's coming up, and registration and insurance and all those things. What were the other examples? I forget them now. Sometimes paying off credit card debt. That's money related, and money stress related, or a goal for buying something or saving for a trip. So I've had people join my team who were saving for a wedding. I've had people join my team who were saving to afford in vitro fertilization that they were going through. And I've had people save to put a pool in, or renovate their kitchen. Renovate the kitchen has been on my Scentsy why list for years. It's still there every year because other things become important and my why has changed, but I'm not taking it off there. I want a new kitchen and I'm going to get a new kitchen someday for sure. So what we want to talk about is what's the driving force behind, or your why is the driving force behind what makes you successful. Sorry, I said that wrong. And it's unique to you. So even though there are generalizations of examples that I can tell you guys about, you need it to be specific to you and as specific as possible. So there are, and again with the money, there are many in Scentsy that make 6 figures, and we don't talk about that. But there are so many people that have completely changed the fabric of their lives and their worry. They've gone from worrying about money and incredible amounts of debt that is stressing them out to being able to just give back to their community without worrying, and charities and travel and all of these amazing things because of the incredible financial blessings from the Scentsy business that they built. And you guys who are in this program and saying, I want to do the things to promote to lead consultant, you're on that path. All of us start at the same spot of essential consultant, and all of us are on that same path to work towards superstar director, and then I'm still working towards those 6 figures myself, right? It doesn't automatically come with the title, but it comes with the organization that you build. There are people that joined after me who made a lot more money than me, quicker than me, and it's just the makeup of their team, right? So you guys are on that path. But again, so remember that we are on that path, but we're going to make it simple again, and we're going to focus through this program on the day-to-day stuff because we have to build that foundation that I was talking about yesterday. So what your challenge is it's pretty simple in terms of time, but it might be more complicated for some of you in terms of thinking it through and seeing how deep you can go. One saying that I've heard before, which is super cool, and we hear it lots. I tried to look up who owns it, but I don't even know. But it's fun because it's catchy and it rhymes, and it's your why should make you cry. Now, some people aren't criers, so it doesn't necessarily mean that, but it should drive you. My why should make me cry because I'm a crier. So anything that drives me is going to make me cry. If there's something that I just can't imagine finding that goal in life any other way but Scentsy, then that's my why for doing Scentsy. And I've told some of you that my why has changed many times and got weaker, and then it got harder to passionately work this business. I kept working it every day for you guys, but not the growth things for me that drove me in my first few years as I was working towards Superstar Director. And I needed a stronger why again, and I have that now, and that's why I'm so excited to be doing this journey along with all of you again, because I'm back there in that place of a strong why that makes me cry. So your challenge today, for the next 48 hours, is so simple, you guys. I want you to get a notebook. These, I don't even know where I got these because I had bought them, a whole bunch of them. I think because they were in the dollar bin. They might even be from Target days. But something like this from the dollar store that is to be allotted as your Leap to Lead notebook. That's it. Because as we go through this journey, even though it's a simple journey, there's going to be things that I'm going to ask of you. And so it's better if you're taking notes as you watch these videos, and don't have to watch it again to say, oh, what was that challenge she said? Sometimes the challenge is going to be in watching somebody else's video that I share that I think is really valuable, and answering some questions from watching it. So you're going to want to be able to take notes. But this is your journey. So it's to be able to doodle and brainstorm as we're going. We're going to be working on things where I'm going to ask you to write things from some of the videos. So that's why you want to have a Leap to Lead notebook. And then what you're going to do on the inside cover or the first page, I'd already started. This is my Leap to Lead workbook, but it was my take notes from Laura's videos and then kind of brainstorm what topics I wanted to cover with you guys. But on the inside cover, I wrote my why for right now. And that's the thing. You're going to edit it. You're going to work on it as you go. And just dig deep and try to make it a really strong why that's going to drive you to the success that I know you are capable of with Scentsy. So I can't wait. How you're going to prove that you did this challenge to me, again, like the comment or like the Facebook post after you've watched this, so I know you've watched the video. And then I want you to, you can post it to the group if you're happy to share it with the group what your why is, but you need to at least share it with me privately. So I want you to take a picture of your notebook and your why written in it and send it to me through private message or text if you have my number. I'm thinking I'm going to start up a text thing so that all of you will have me in your phone because you gave me your numbers. But send it to me to show me that you have gotten your notebook and that you've written your why. And that's all you have to do. And if you need some help thinking it through, I'm always here for you. So excited to talk tomorrow and see these whys.